Air or liquid, your choice to chill. Well, it should be Netflix and chill, let's be honest. Let's unbox this GTX 980. So what's up guys? We got a balls to the wall GTX 980 today, basically because I've tried every other variant of GTX 980 for the, well, I haven't tried every, but I've tried quite a few, and I do have a benchmark for a GTX 980 on my channel if you guys are interested in checking that out. But into today's unboxing, it's an, I pronounce this word Asus. I know a lot of people pronounce it Asus, but these are S's and not Z's, so that's why I pronounce it Asus, because that's the way it's spelled. And it's a Republic of Gamers card, which is Asus's top of the line stuff. They have some crazy monitors that are Republic of Gamers and crazy motherboards and stuff like that. And it's a Poseidon Platinum. Basically, it's a graphics card that you can run air-cooled or water-cooled, whatever you want to do. If you do water-cooled, you have to you basically have to have your own loop, your own custom loop. So a lot of people don't do that because it's kind of more complicated. But if you do, then you have the option or not. Personally, I'm not going to water cool this. I'm just kind of doing this for fun, to be honest. But it has a direct CU2 H2O cooler, which is cool, I guess. And we got some stuff here on the back. I guess there's different kind of fittings you can do for this thing. You can do, what is that? I guess 10 and a half, 10 and 3/8, and then 10 and a fourth. Okay. So I guess that works with whatever fitting you want to do. Has dust-proof fans, which is nice, I suppose, and has a red and black theme right there going on. It does look like a pretty sexy graphics card, I'll say. And here it shows you how it's going to cool, whether you do air or water. Obviously, significant advantage doing water cooling, but it's also kind of a hassle to hook it up, I guess, if you want. But if you're going to do overclocking, it's probably worth the time and effort. There we got a lot of specifications. I guess GPU boost clock is 1279. I'm guessing that probably depends whether or not you're water cooling, but cool stuff, and a whole bunch of other jazz in there, I guess. And nothing else is too crazy about this, so let's check it out. Oh, actually, first, system specs. Is there anything too much different with this? You need 4 gigabytes of system memory. Okay, that's really not really too high of a requirement. You need an operating system. What a shocker. You need a 500 watt power supply with 38 amps. You need a 6 pin and an 8 pin, so you don't need 2 8 pins, which is nice. And actually on this box I noticed, bam, there we go. And actually this fan over here, like you can, look at this, it's like all over the place. It must have fell off the thing in transit from Cutting Edge Gamer to here. So hopefully those fans snap back on, but we got some cool stuff up there, I guess, blah, 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 30% less power noise, that's cool. Yeah, okay, pulsates in glorious red. Huh, that sounds kind of badass. Cool, let's unbox it. And by the way, as I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, I got this graphics card from Cutting Edge Gamer. If you guys follow my channel pretty frequently, you know about Cutting Edge Gamer, and you know how awesome they are, so go ahead and check them out in the description below. I have a link that you guys can check out that supports my channel, and it's also just a great idea because Cutting Edge Gamer is honestly pretty great, at least in my opinion. So if you guys don't know anything about Cutting Edge Gamer, basically you get to lease graphics cards, you pay monthly for your graphics cards, and for a lot of people that's advantage. I mean, if you, for instance, don't have like $700 right now, but you want a graphics card that's pretty badass, that actually costs $700, then you can just pay monthly. And after the end of the lease, you'll actually spend more than if you bought a graphics card straight out, but those spreading out payments is actually pretty nice a lot of times. And on top of that, if your graphics card ever breaks, they'll send you a new one right off the bat. If you want to upgrade your graphics card, you can do that whenever you want, which is pretty badass. I've done that, Jesus, maybe 30 times. I mean, it's pretty fun, to be honest, just trying out every graphics card. And then on top of that, there's other advantages like free shipping, and at the end of your lease, you actually own the graphics card, unlike other leasing programs with cars, for example, where you lease a thing and then you have to give it up at the end of your lease. No, that doesn't happen here. You own that thing. So if that sounds cool to you, check out Cutting Edge Gamer in the description below, and that helps out my channel. If you don't, then hey, look at this. We are opening up this graphics card, and we're gonna get right into it. Okay, there's a piece of plastic on top of it, nice. And we'll see if we can actually get this fan back aligned, I guess. Yeah, so here's a fan. Here's a good close-up on the Asus fan, look at that. In Search of Incredibles. So It's a dustless fan, and it looks like it just pops right on there, actually. Okay, nice. So I guess, yep, there we go. So maybe I don't know if the reason they say it's dustless is because you can take off the fan and like literally get to the dust. But I guess that's kind of cool. Can I do that on this one too? I really don't want to break this, but I think I can. Yep, there we go. I took off the fan. Okay, wow. I'm really scared to rip off a fan, but I guess it's cool to do that on this one. Anyways, here we got some shit on there. But so here's the graphics card, everybody, and it looks pretty freaking badass, let's be honest here. Okay, so we got that red and black theme going on here, and we got a little bit of plastic up there. But damn, that looks pretty sweet. If you like red and black, then that'll work for you. If you don't, then I guess you can't see a whole lot from the side view at least, so that's cool, I guess. Let's start out with the display outs, I guess. So it's pretty much the same on like every 980, to be honest. You got this DVI port, you got display, you got HDMI, you got display, you got display. Display ports are like 1.2, and the HDMI port is 2.0, which does support 4K on all of this, and probably not DVI, I don't think. But it's pretty good display ports on it. Like NVIDIA's like rocks the display ports recently, so that's pretty awesome. We got the PCI Express right there, and I like having the cover on there. I do like that a lot. And by the way, this graphics card, I'm gonna say this really quick. It is pretty heavy right now. I'm sure that's because it has, you know, air cooling support, and then also on top of that has the water block underneath it, I'm sure. What a big shocker. So you can actually like kind of see the water block right there. I'm guessing that's a water block, right? So cool. There's a little fan connector. Oh, look at that. So yeah, nice stuff. It says Poseidon right there. It looks like a pretty badass card, let's be honest here. Republic of Gamers. Yeah, I gotta show that shit off. And I don't know, I just love the shade of red and black here. It's looking pretty badass. So there's the end of the card. It does go a little bit beyond the PCB. Oh, it looks like they turned like around the supplementary power cables, which is nice. So it's on most setups, it's easier to get to. You got an 8-pin and you got a 6-pin, so that's cool. And look at that, we got a backplate. Now, if you guys don't remember, last week, or actually not last week, maybe like 3 weeks ago, I unboxed a EVGA classified card for, that was a 980. It did not have a backplate, and I'm really excited to see a backplate on this. It even has protective stuff on there, so let's take all of that off, and there we got a nice like brushed aluminum backplate going on here, which looks pretty sweet. Got a little cutout there for the GPU and all that cool jazz. Says Asus Poseidon, so nice. And yeah, I like the backplate, looking pretty damn good. It does look like the PCB is probably custom from EVGA, or from, god dang it, from Asus, because it does go beyond the I/O right there. Usually that's custom, so keep that in mind that it does go a little bit beyond the I/O, so hopefully you have a little space for that. It's not quite as bad as like, for instance, like the EVGA card I unboxed, last time, but it does come out there a little bit. And there's the I guess, where you hook up your tubing and everything. I'm sure you can probably do hardline or softline tubing. I don't really know, but actually maybe I shouldn't even mention that because I don't really know, but looks pretty sweet. It's definitely chromed out and all that cool shit, so cool, nice. Oh yeah, and it looks like it's, kind of looks like it's copper inside there, so that's cool, I guess. Very cool. And then we also have heat pipes there, which is pretty cool as well. I'm sure those are mostly for the air cooling aspects of this graphics card, but very, very, very cool. Let's move this unboxing onto the other stuff in the box. So we got, let's see, 2 6-pins, 2 and 8-pin, and it's not sleeved, unfortunately. EVGA sleeves their things, but apparently Asus does not, so you don't get that, so it kind of looks like shit. We got a DVI to VGA to DVI, so that's cool for still rocking some analog monitors, which you probably shouldn't be. Here we got a case badge, Republic of Gamers. That looks like a pretty nice case badge, to be honest here. And on top of that, what's this stuff? Looks like maybe some driver speed setup. I don't even know what this bullshit is. I'm not even going to look at it. But then we got a driver disc. So cool, cool, cool. So there you go. There is the Republic of Gamers GTX 980. Looks pretty badass. Of course, I kind of wish this was a GTX 980 Ti. I feel like if Asus just waited a little bit longer and made this into a 980 Ti version, it'd probably get a lot more attention, probably. But regardless, it looks pretty badass. And I'm sure, you know, water cooling or not, it'll probably perform pretty damn solid. So thank you guys for checking out this unboxing video. Drop a like on it if you want to. Check out Cutting Edge Gamer if you want to check out this graphics card yourself. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more graphics cards unboxings in the future. I don't really think I'm going to have anything as far as like a benchmark for this, just because I don't really think I'm going to do that. So sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to test this thing out and maybe try out a new graphics card after a while. Oh, and by the way, this probably lights up. Actually, if it does light up, I'll try to take a picture with my cell phone and I'll try to put it in this video as well. Beyond that, thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll see you crazy motherfuckers later. Peace out.